You're here already? I didn't even hit the live button. And it's like, I'm here. Good morning. That's funny. That is funny. The life of a YouTuber. All right, we're gonna wait here for a few. Good morning, RC. What is this? I don't like finding things that look like. Oh, it's junk. Whew. Good. I don't like finding things that look like checks I should have cashed or something. We're waiting for people to show up. There we go. Just got a YouTube notification. Oh, that's cool. So you got the notification after you had already, like, were waiting for it, like you were already there and seeing it, or you've got the notification then you jumped on. Oh, I gotta set a timer. Shit. Hope this doesn't shut me down. Ah, just got mine. Good morning, everyone. Catitude. Janice just got the notification. There you go. Janice, I don't recognize your name, Janice. Are you new to the channel? You must be subscribed because you've got a notification. Huh. Interesting. It's always good to meet new people. Janice Johnson. Like Janis Joplin. Morning, Bob. Good to see you. Morning, the other Bob. I saw you there. Let's see. Okay. Looks like things are happening. I don't know what this YouTube is always doing the weirdest things. Guys, do me a favor. If you could find that thumbs up button and smash that for me real quick, I'd appreciate it. Hopefully we can draw a few more people in here to get the word out. I do have stuff to talk about. I am prepared. I actually drove away this morning unprepared. And now I am prepared. See, that's a different subject. This is a different subject. This is what I wanted to talk about. What is on the back of these things? I really got to get my shit together. I'm doing things that I wouldn't normally do, but it's okay. It's A-O-K. All right, what do we got here? Ladybird, good morning. Good morning. Let's see here. Janice, I watched you until you went off YouTube. I came back when I started getting notifications. Gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah. Wow, that was a long time ago. Wow. Okay. I mean, I haven't actually posted anything to Rumble in like forever. I've been doing all these lives. I haven't been like... Normally what I'll do is I'll make a video for YouTube. I'll put it on YouTube, and then the next day I'll like upload it to the other platforms, that kind of thing. I think we all go through our little tiffs and spats where we're pissed off at YouTube for some reason. I'm gonna push a button here. I don't know what's gonna happen. That's not right. Okay. For some reason I've got like this filter that has popped up. There we go. It was trying to give like a filter to change the way my thumbnail looked, and I was yeah, it's been a long time. You grew a whole beard. I've grown a whole beard and cut off a whole beard. So yeah, it's been a while then, I guess. What we got? Let's see. Okay, so we got, I can never trust the numbers. It says there's 8, then it says there's 6, and it's like, whatever. There's West Virginia Pappy. He's showing up. He was omnipresent earlier. If you guys didn't know, I was on Clapper for about 20 minutes this morning before this because I was on, I only have one phone because I'm mobile right now. So I was basically going on to Clapper, talking to them for a few minutes, letting them know. I didn't want to be like regurgitating stuff. So this is the real deal, man. We've got about 20 minutes to make this stream happen before I have to disappear. It's going to be short today. I'm going to try and make you guys my get home bag video today. I'm going to try and get it. I'm going to try and make it and post it today by 3 p.m. Obviously, once it's done, I won't preview. I'm not going to I'm just going to post it. And then, matter of fact, I'm going to post it everywhere I can because that's the way it's going to be. And then I will send those links out to all my different social media platforms. Okay, so The first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about this morning is, if you haven't, like right now, what is it? It's 9:01. I think my watch can never tell me the time. I'm literally to the point where I'm going to start wearing. I only wear this thing to track my my sleep and my steps, to try to get my 10K in every day. 10,000 steps, that is, not 10K as in distance. Um, and you can't see it during the daylight. It's absolutely awful. But anyway, so I might actually start like wearing a watch and this stupid thing. Anyway, so right now, the supposed leader of Hezbollah is making a speech. If you guys know anything about it, please post in the chat there. Matter of fact, do me a favor, guys. Just hit the number 1 for me real quick. We'll say that's if you hear me, if you hear my manly voice, do me a favor. Hit that. Type the number 1 in the chat. Everybody, no slackers today. Today is No Slacker Friday. We're gonna steal back Bad News Friday, and that will help with the algorithm, and that will also get things locked in for you guys too. Participation is mandatory for Janice, West Virginia Pappy, Lady Bird, Catitude, Lisa Nix. Lisa, I don't recognize you. Nice to see you, lady. Nice to see you, Bob Pita. All right, so we've got a handful of. Come on, don't be slacker. Just find that. I'm driving. I always think it's funny when I ask you guys to do something. Hey, Angela, when I ask you guys to do something, it's like, hey, hit number 2 if you think this. And you guys have to know by now it's a YouTube thing. It really is. I really am. For the most part, it really is mostly a. What's up? Alan's here. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. And Angela. It really is an algorithmic thing where it's basically there's math involved, okay, but makes YouTube like this channel, which is really good for us. And if it's good for us, it's good for you, and it's good for you, and it's good for me. It's good for everybody. It's a win-win-win-win-win. Anyway, but I am actually honestly interested in a lot of opinions sometimes. But to be upfront, it's like saying, hey guys, oh, by the way, I recommend this product. Yes, I do sell it. Yes, I make 32 cents every time you spend $1,000. I'd rather just be upfront and open about everything. So thank you for everybody hitting the ones. But what I was going to say was, I always thought it was hilarious when people, like I say, hey, hit a number 1 if the sky is blue, and everybody's hitting the number 1, right? And then some guy pops in and says, I'm driving right now. It's very difficult to hit the number 1 when you ask me to do so. I will try later. You know, it's like writes this whole paragraph out. And it does happen. It does happen. Okay, so we're running out of time. But so right now, the leader of Hezbollah is supposed to be making a speech in which they're going to say that they're going to paint the sands of the desert blood with the American souls, and they're going to say all this other crazy stuff. Okay. That's all nice. That's all nice. But Iran is the real problem. Iran is the real problem. Iran, countries that are proxies for Iran that are in that region: Lebanon, Hezbollah; Syria, National Defense Force Hezbollah; Iraq, PMU militants; Bahrain, Al-Astar brigades; Yemen, Houthi militia. We've heard some of these names. These are all real things. They're all. We're going to need that document. Which document do you want, Mad Max? Which one would you like me to make sure that you get? Tell me in the comments. And so they're going to come out and they're going to say this, that, and the other thing. And here's the thing, guys. What you must understand, you have to understand this. If you don't take anything, all of them. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Let me reach in my butt and grab all these documents for you, Mad Max. You want all the documents. You have to understand that within these, and I want to word this correctly because I think it's important so that it doesn't come off as anti-Semitic, because it's really not. I could give a shit if you are Islamic. I could give a shit if you are Muslim. I mean, those terms are interchangeable. I don't care who you believe in. I don't care what you believe in. What I do believe in is your right to do it and my right to stay out of your business. and my right to do what I want and your right to stay out of my business. Okay? Blinken about to speak in Israel. I believe it. Yeah, he was supposed to give that. He was supposed to give that speech about half an hour ago. The Israelis are not going to stop, guys. And what has happened is the Hezbollah is a parrot, but Iran has basically said, you guys are going to do a ceasefire. We're going to start to talk, and that is going to be it. And if not, we are going to rain hell down on Israel. We're going to destroy everything and anybody who is backing them. And they Blinken came out with the president of Israel, because if you guys didn't know this, they actually have a very weird government system where Netanyahu isn't actually running the whole thing. They have dual presidencies. And he basically held up the flyer that they had been dropping all over the Gaza Strip for the last 20-something days. And they literally said, the guy literally said, verbatim, no joke, we are following international law. We have dropped 4 million of these over the top of the Gaza Strip. We have made something million telephone calls. We have done something million text messages. We have told everybody that we are coming and it is your duty to leave. We are coming and we're going to kill everybody in Hezbollah because they did this to us. So the UN, the UN has always hated Israel, okay? The UN has nothing they can say now, and that was the purpose of that statement. And Blinken was caught totally off guard. He had no idea this was going to happen. I watched his face. His body was like leaning away from the guy speaking because he was just taken completely aback. So it's going to be, if you've got Iran backing all of these proxies saying you must stop, and obviously they want him to stop because Hamas is taking it in the ass right now. It is really, they're really getting themselves beat up right now, and the Israelis don't care. The Israelis would be like, fine, kill 1,400 people, we'll kill 1,000 years. We don't care. You're going to pay for this. We're going to wipe Hamas off the planet. That is their goal. If anybody thinks anything other than that, you don't know what the situation is. So whatever Blinken is saying right now, they're trying to distract from what the Iranian is saying right now, because right now they're both talking. But you need to understand that Blinken is talking to the people of the world, but mostly Americans, and mostly the governments who are listening to the United States, and the Iranian government is speaking to their proxies and the people who believe in their cause of wiping Israel off the planet. It's not about who has the louder voice. It's about the audience. Okay, so that is actually what is happening. Mad Max says, so what are the ramifications for us in the U.S. that what might happen here? We're going to talk about that, but we need to do the background work first. We need to do the legwork. Okay, so something that happened last night, House Res 559. It's a resolution declaring that the policy of the United States that a nuclear Islamic Republic of Iran is not acceptable. It's a very bold statement. It's only 3 or 4 pages. I could read it to you, but I think just the whereases are, if you guys have never read these things, they are very, our forefathers wrote them type of language. Whereas the Islamic Republic of Iran that possesses a nuclear weapon would be an unacceptable threat to the region and global security. Whereas Iran continues to enrich and stockpile uranium for the excess limits set under the United Nations Security Council resolution. Whereas the International Atomic Energy confirmed in May of 2023 that Iran continues to enrich uranium to 60% purity. Whereas the United States ambassador to the Vienna office of the United Nations and the IAEA, Laurel Holgate, affirmed Iran's production of uranium enriched up to 60% has no credible peaceful purpose. Whereas investigators found uranium particles enriched in to 83.7% at Iran's Fordow nuclear facility in January 2023, whereas uranium enriched in 90% is weapons-grade material. Whereas at a press conference in January 2023, Director General blah 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 stated regarding Iran, one thing is true, they have amassed enough nuclear material for several nuclear weapons. Whereas in March 2023, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff testified that Iran could produce fissile material for a nuclear weapon in less than 2 weeks and would only take several more months to produce an actual nuclear weapon. Whereas Iran is now in possession of irreversible and dangerous nuclear knowledge, whereas Iran's ongoing nuclear escalation poses a serious threat to the United States and its partners and allies it's badly printed, colluding Israel. That doesn't make any sense. Whereas the international complacency towards Iran illicit nuclear program threatens the global non-proliferation regime. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the U.S. House of Representatives declares it is the policy of the United States that 1, a nuclear Islamic Republic of Iran is not acceptable. 2, Iran must not be able to obtain a nuclear weapon under any circumstances or conditions. 3, to use any means necessary to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. And 4, to recognize and support the freedom of action of partners and allies, including Israel, to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. All very serious things, guys. All very serious things. It got passed last night in the House. I don't know the vote. I had just heard. I had printed this out yesterday because it's important. But I had heard this morning on the news that it had been passed. I don't know what the vote was, but it is what it is. So what does this really mean? What does this mean for us here in the U.S.? Guys, I told you 2 days ago that the likelihood of war is very high. I hate talking. I'd rather just make you videos on bug out bags and how to start fires and trash like that, because I really don't want to be that same guy that, 6 months from now, everybody's going, you're just like Canadian Prepper, because I absolutely hate it. Here's what I can tell you. If you guys go to Zero Hedge, there's an article there for you, Mad Max. It's called German Defense Chief Says Public Must Get Used to the Possibility of War in Europe. Why the war in Europe? Because everybody smells weakness. And I could go on to read this article to you, but I'm not going to do that. All of these countries that are our enemies, that are the enemies to NATO, that would like to kick off Article 5, they are all just waiting for that excuse, that spark or that explosion that sets the world on fire. And it would truly be a world war like we have never, ever, ever seen. I will not even talk about the nuclear option. I think that's an absolute joke. You really have to have yourself backed into a corner in order to do that. And I don't think the Israelis will ever be that way. And everybody's looking for the Israelis to be that spark that allows people to use them. You used it, so I will. What I will tell you is that the Iranians, there is some scuttlebutt that the Iranians already have a nuclear weapon, and that they're willing to use it to an extent. But like I told you guys in a previous stream, if they did do that, while everybody in the Islamists, everybody would hate the Islamists if they did that. They would be making no friends by using it. They would literally be speaking into an echo chamber, and the only people that'd be happy about it are the ones that are covering their faces and carrying AK-47s and saying inshallah and that kind of stuff. We are. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this one just yet. We are at a point where we have the Russians waiting to do whatever they want to do. The Russians have have an air base in Syria that they have given permission to the Iranians to use to move logistics from Syria into Lebanon. This is unheard of. So the Russians are involved at some point. We're going to war. We are absolutely, in my mind, going to war. I pray that you all laugh at me and say you were wrong. Like one of those bad posts, on TikTok where, you say, oh, by the way, I believe this, and then everybody like panics and shit, and then like that thing lives forever, and then TikTok regurgitates it, and everybody's like, oh, I'm still here. We're good to go. I truly hope that is the case. But everything that I am personally seeing and everything that I know about the world and the people that I know, and I'm not going to tell you sources, shit like that. That's ridiculous. Makes me believe that we are in the process of going to war. Things are being positioned, and we're getting to that point where it's just, we're literally closer to war today than we've probably ever been. And that resolution, that House resolution that passed last night, basically says that if we believe that Iran has a nuclear weapon, that we will do everything in our power to stop it. Now, here's the magic. Here's the stinky little magic of this whole situation. It's got to get through the Senate. And if there's not enough votes in the Senate, it dies. There's a good possibility that it will, because right now the Senate is the president's backstop so that he doesn't have to say anything bad about Iran. But why? Why wouldn't we want to say anything bad about Iran? They've been our enemies since the 70s, guys. And under, freaking Obama and now Joe, it's like it's just this capitulation. And these people only understand strength. If you don't know anything about, oh my God, it's so mind-blowing. Anybody who spent 5 minutes in one of these countries, war or not, knows that these people only understand strength and power. I don't care if they put up sky-rise buildings. They're still tribal in nature. That's how they think. Their tribal leader is the biggest, baddest guy who will cut your hand off if you even point at him the wrong way, and that's how they rule. You have to understand this. If people look at Saudi Arabia and it's like, whoa, that's a modern place. Yeah. Saudi Arabia has been executing people like that for the past 3 years. There's been an escalation in it. They're moving back towards traditional Islamic law. They just look nice. They have nice clean robes. They look like sheiks. Okay? And I'm not saying they're evil people. What I'm telling you is that you have to understand that the way the Middle East works is very nomadic. It's very tribal. And their law is their religion, and their religion is their law. So everybody's waiting for Iran to screw up and show their hand, or this could be they're killing off the Christians. They're killing everybody. They're killing everybody. You guys need to do, if you get a chance, and this is not a promotion because if you ever get the chance to listen to or read the book by Glenn Beck called It Is About Islam, it will absolutely blow your mind. Absolutely blow your mind. Okay, so I've got 1 minute and 53 seconds left on this, and obviously explosives are being found at the border. Guys, don't freak out about this. They're saying it's an IED, and they're so badly written. What happened was the drug cartels are fighting for supremacy on the border. The drugs were not found in America. They were found in Mexico, on the Mexican border side. They're basically giant hand grenades is what they are, okay? There's video on Fox of them throwing them. Well, that's what you do with a hand grenade. You throw a hand grenade. So let's not freak out and pretend that they're bringing IEDs across the border, because anybody who knows anything about this type of thing would know that it's actually easier to get across the border, go to Walmart, Kmart, the Ace Value, buy the chemicals in small amounts that you need to create the explosives. This video is getting flagged like a mofo, okay? And then go do those things. You know what I'm saying? All the supplies are around us if you know how to do it. So it is what it is. Hey, Cronin, good to see you. Window Licker's got his profile active. I love it. No Allah Akbar in America. Okay, guys, my time is running out. My time is running out. This is Friday. It's normally Bad News Friday. I would expect more bad things to be said today. I don't even know what's happening in the real world as we speak, but I will here in a little while. Do me a favor. If you like what I'm doing, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Post some stuff in the comments if you're watching this after the live stream, because I'd really love to hear from you. I really do like engaging with the people who follow me and letting them know that I'm actually reading their comments. All right, you hear that? It's time to go, but I'm not going to run off just yet. I'm not going to run off just yet. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Like, subscribe, follow, do all that good stuff. If you'd like to support the channel, and it would be nice. There are different links down below someplace. Find one that works for you guys. Help the old guy out here. I'm not asking for a new computer anymore, because I figured out it was my internet that was doing that. Also, I'm going on vacation starting next week, so I will be bringing the ability to go live. That should not be hindered unless I get drug out on a mountain hike or something like that. But I will let you guys know on either the Discord or in the YouTube. What is it? It's not a chat. It's like posts, something to that effect. Okay, guys. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay focused. Don't freak out. Keep stacking those cans. Love you, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.